Today's video will focus on Jenny Cudd, a Capitol rioter, domestic terrorist, cult-following Trump supporter, insurrectionist who was granted permission to vacation in Mexico. Before we get to that heaping pile of privilege, let's talk about what got her in court in the first place on today's Roast This Post.
I went inside the Capitol completely legally, and I did not do anything to hurt anybody or to destroy any property.
Well, of course she says that now that she's in some legal trouble. If only somebody had a video of her in the moment she was breaking into the Capitol building.
Hey, Patriots.
Wow! You mean to tell me that she spent 25 minutes on a Facebook Live video saying every illegal thing she did that day? And she brought Coors Light to a coup? I'm not positive that's the type of product placement the company is looking for. A racist Trump supporter drinking Coors Light. Why does that sound familiar? Ball with the ball, da bang, da bang. I don't have the legal permission to play the audio from this commercial.
Pushing and pushing and pushing, and we got the police to back off. So we get up there, and the scaffolding that they had put up for the inauguration, there were people that were starting to climb it. We had to scale a wall to get there, and we just pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed and yelled go and yelled charge and on and on and on, okay? And we got in.
Oh wait, how did you get in?
I went inside the Capitol completely legally, and we just pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed and yelled go and yelled charge and on and on and on.
You don't have to push your way into buildings that you're legally allowed to enter unless it's getting a Turbo Man on Christmas Eve.
And guess what? We didn't knock down any statues.
Yes, you did.
We didn't vandalize anything.
You put poop on the walls.
But we did. We did, as I say that. We did break down Nancy Pelosi's office door.
Vandalizing government property.
And somebody stole her gavel.
Stealing government property.
And took a picture sitting in the chair, flipping off the camera, and that was on Fox News.
You're proud of this?
Patriots got down on the floor and were sitting in the House members and the senators' chairs, and we had to go outside, and they brought in the National Guard, and they brought in DC Metro, and blah, 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 right?
How much less respectful can you be than saying National Guard, blah, blah, blah? You don't say blah, blah, blah about the National Guard. You say blah, blah, blah about the assistant track coach.
And people are pissed. Really grateful that my boyfriend bought me this bulletproof hoodie before I got here.
She brought a bulletproof hoodie and beer. Not just beer, a tall boy. She tailgated a coup. She should have lied and said, "Oh, I thought this was the Patriots football game. Silly me." Jenny said that she didn't do anything wrong. She was with all of the people who supported hanging our vice president, the people who tried to murder our senators and congressmen and women, and the people who murdered and abused police officers. But since she believes she didn't do any of those things specifically, she's innocent. She's basically saying she's not a Nazi, she's just helping Nazis do Nazi stuff. Also, let's talk about the white privilege and feeling so above the law that you spend 25 minutes being online saying, "Let me tell you exactly what my crime was." Right now, legally speaking, her best shot is to use the Shaggy defense. They saw me breaking out the windows.
Wasn't me.
They saw me pooping in the hallways.
It wasn't me.
There's been several people that have reported me to the FBI, and the local FBI agent in Midland has my cell phone number and has not contacted me. No law enforcement has contacted me.
That doesn't mean you're innocent. That means you're white.
A lot more people now have her public number to her local business. She says she's now receiving threatening calls and messages.
So what they're trying to do is cancel me because I stood up for what it is that I believed in.
Jenny, people vote with their money. And I believe that people would like to know if their money is going towards supporting a domestic terrorist. Apparently, a lot of people would like to know this information because her business, Becky's Flowers, got a 1-star Yelp review rating overnight. And if you're wondering which business is hers, it's the one on Yelp with a cover photo of her not wearing a mask inside of the Capitol building. Which is ironic because it also says that her business obeys the CDC guidelines. Initially, Jenny Cudd had 2 misdemeanor offenses, which were entering a federal building without permission and engaging in disorderly conduct. However, a grand jury indicted her on Wednesday on those 2 charges and 3 additional more serious charges, which are obstruction of an official proceeding, disorderly conduct in the Capitol, and parading, demonstrating, or picketing in the Capitol building. Those carry a maximum penalty of 20 years in prison and potential fines. Now, with all this evidence and her admitting to all of the crimes that she committed while she was committing those crimes, you'd think that the court system would not go easy on her, right? You kidding me? She's white and a woman. She's legally indestructible. Can you imagine someone without melanin deficiencies being granted permission to go on vacation in Mexico despite having 5 serious charges against them? I mean, is there anything whiter than someone with that much legal trouble asking a judge for permission to go on vacation? Yes, there actually is. The reason why she asked. She is going on a work-related bonding retreat with her employees and their spouses. Basically, it's like the movie Couples Retreat, but way more racist.
Says while a lot of people are focused on potential consequences for those who made their way inside the U.S. Capitol, there's a different question federal officers should be looking at.
How is it possible that one of the most secure buildings in the United States Capitol that had the majority of our government in it on one day was so easily breached? How is that possible?
Good question, Jenny, and the answer is simpler than one may think. It's actually because white supremacy has infiltrated every single sector of the United States law enforcement. Regardless, how in the world is your defense, well, it shouldn't have been so easy? Imagine being in court for breaking and entering and telling the judge, is it my fault they didn't have a better security system? It's not my fault that I killed a guy. It shouldn't have been so easy. At least this woman might learn her lesson after all of this.
And I can tell you this, and I've told everybody this, I would do it again in a heartbeat.
Thank you all for watching. Want to check out the extended version of this video or other Roast This Post videos and watch exclusive clips of my stand-up comedy? Check out my Patreon by going to patreon.com/JeffHorste or join my Facebook fan subscriptions by clicking on Become a Supporter at the top of the page. And make sure you follow me at Jeff Horste on all social media. Right now, legally speaking, her best shot is to use the Shaggy defense. They saw me breaking out the windows.
Wasn't me.
They saw me pooping in the hallways.
It wasn't me.